this is one area that we have done a lot of discussion about and tossing shit back and forth, especially in the Ferry Hill group for years, about what is the most efficient way to do this. I know that when you go to festivals, the standard is porta johns. They suck. They stink. They're horrible. You know, they cost a lot of money. What a festival pays to just rent those out, for what they pay to rent those out, they could have built permanent composters. When we did La Florian the first year, we had made some outhouse, just simple outhouse buildings, dug some holes, put some 55-gallon drums down in the bottom, found out, hey, those get filled in the first day. Ooh, shit. Okay, that was a mess. Then, you know, on a any bigger festival, you know, people shit a lot, okay? And then you have to fucking dig it out and then bring that somewhere else and compost it and somebody else. So we said, the next incarnation was, well, maybe we should have somebody came up with the idea, maybe we should build a big composter. So when you dig it out into the festival, and he didn't mind digging it out. He's just one of those people who like that stuff. But, you know, Leonard, I don't know if you met Leonard, but, you know, he just wanted a big composter. I said, why don't we just combine the two? We need more stalls anyway. So we built these 4-stall units that were up in the air about this high. We had to build ramps up to them to make them barrier free. But they're up about this high, and we took the local limestone, junk limestone, and built these stone bins underneath them. That also, if this is the building is sitting up on the stone bin actually extended out farther from the building. So when you were sitting on a seat here, it would drop down into the stone thing, but this extended out, and then we put glazing, like this fiberglass greenhouse glazing over that, so sunlight could get in there and cook it. So at the end of the festival, all we do, and it was our hinge, we just open that up, stick a rake in right underneath where it was dropping, put the rake it forward, drop the thing back down, and we just had a bucket. First time we used hay, that was a mess, became a fire hazard. Then just have sawdust. There's tons of free sawdust out in the world. Go to any lumber mill and you get free sawdust. And so you have a bucket of sawdust, they put some sawdust on the top of it. So that worked really good, and we had 8 stalls, or 2 of these units, for 450 people, and on the 3rd day they really started getting stinking. So that gave us an idea, how many of these do you need for 5,000 people, etc. Okay, but that was a good composting system. So you raked it forward, they actually spent, and we threw like 4 to 6 festivals a year there. The shit stayed in that for about a year, and then we just take a shower and put it into an adjacent external composter, which is just a little fenced-in area, which is all the yard waste and stuff went into, clippings from stuff, and then it just went on to the plant beds. That worked really good. I don't think it's adequate for something like this. It's still too primitive, you know, and the thing I got out here is too primitive for this. What would be nicer, you can't have a plumb toilet because, my God, talk about the amount of water you have to have and everything. It's just tremendous. But if you had a way to go into a tank that then could be sucked out just like they do, but a big tank. You could have a unit that had maybe 20 stalls attached to, in a round circle around a 500-gallon tank. You can go to the farm store and you can get these things for several $100s. They're not that expensive. Okay.
Well, then that makes it that much easier on the truck companies too.
Yes.
He doesn't have to get 20 different things. He's just got one.
That's right, and he doesn't have to drive it to some place to treat it. He only has to drive it to your facility. That's one big methane digester.
Right.
So we could actually even eventually just have our own suck truck, for that matter. Yeah. But if we had multiple collection points, and actually there'd be 4 big ones around the place, because you can, from anywhere you can get to that fairly quickly, you know. And so that's what I'm thinking, but that's still that's one of those particulars we'd have to work out and get into design, because that's stuff that we'd have to work out with the health department too to make work.